song about Jesus? They're like, nothing nothing you could do because I'm stuck like glued. I'm like, oh, it makes sense. And I was like, yeah. They're like, no, it's my guy. It's a whole other song. And I was like, but in Sister Act. And they're like, oh, that's why you think it's my God instead of my guy. Yeah, I was a special child.
And
This is
this is
ILNL.
ILNL.
Welcome to the new year of ILNL. I could take off these headphones
Yeah, Paul
because
Cruz had no idea. He's just on his phone, no idea what was
I'm
going
just
on.
like, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah, I'm just
Missed
like,
everything.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I really did.
Oh gosh.
I was just like,
No, because I was looking down as well. That's why I didn't notice.
good job.
always.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Look at our shirts.
Can you see mine?
It will happen as soon as I switch camera.
Oh, okay.
See, this matching.
They got big chesticles, so they got flex.
Yeah, we got it. All right, and then okay, I hate to do this.
I'm just gonna stand.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say.
Okay.
Cause
Well, at
There
least it won't be as
I was
bad
gonna
as
say
last
there will
time.
Yeah.
be no leaning.
all right, come on, show everybody that you're part of the team. All right, that's good enough. Congratulations. It looked like you were about to fall.
Yeah, you
Honest-
did.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh,
You did.
no. Dancer.
So yes, hey everybody, welcome to 2021. It is a new year, officially. I mean, ILNL. We, I wish you could have been there, Kristen. I wish you could have been there for celebrating New Year's on Animal Crossing.
Oh, I'm sitting here like, wait, what did she miss?
Yeah.
What
is
did you miss that I
happening?
was here
Yeah.
for?
I know. I was like, what was I not invited to? Actually, that's what I was thinking.
Well, there's always the open invite. It's just a matter of the mechanics of making it happen.
my $330.
Yes, the $360
$330?
investment.
Switch.
Yeah,
That's how much a Switch costs.
The last
Oh,
time I looked,
yeah.
it said
the
$329.99.
300 for the system and then 60 for the game. Oh, and then 24 having the online service.
Look,
So just
I just went to Target and it said
south-
$329.99 for
south
everything.
of $400.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
That's a car payment.
I should have put that on the
Yeah.
list of stuff to buy.
Yeah,
for
since that's
money.
pretty much the only console you can really get
Like-
right now.
I was gonna say it's the only one you can get and the only one you could afford if you could get it.
Well, I'll give you some extras and stuff like that too. Anyway, nice to see all you people. Chris, how you doing, my friend?
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome 2021.
Thank
Chico.
God.
What? What?
And Kristen. Hey.
I'm gonna do it that way.
There you go. Congratulations. All right. Are we
I'm a
ready to
deuce.
get started on this thing?
Yes.
All right.
That makes her impersonation of you dead on now that I've seen you do that.
That's what I was saying. And that's their sign off.
What?
When Tanisha was sitting in the chair.
Oh, did she do that?
Yes.
By the way, I don't know what my background is.
It's
Me neither.
it's a Star Wars Vader 8-bit Luke Skywalker falling
Some
off
very
of the
random
thing.
thing.
It don't.
I was like, is
I-
it in honor of the article I found?
I was trying to just find something, and yours is from King of Fighters,
Huh, cool. I
Okay.
can deal with that.
and this one I think is from King of Fighters as well.
What's
I just
King
need-
Fighter?
Video game.
I'll show you after. I'm sorry. All right, let's jump into it because, oh man, this is a cool little image of like all of us wearing the logo. It feels weird, like we all like planned for this to happen.
We did.
I'm just saying, it's like that first day of school.
I was like,
Like, wait.
It's like, I'm sorry, did I not give you
thought-
all these on Christmas and say, hey, maybe we should start the new year?
I'm just saying, it just feels, the image just looks like we went to school and all of us shopped at the same place and showed up at school and we're all wearing the
Oh,
same
we're
thing.
in a cult.
oh God.
I'm gonna go to the story on that one. All right. So, apparently, playing violent video games doesn't attribute to to aggressive behavior, or so says a study.
Science said it. Suck it, government.
Yet another study that says this. Okay.
Okay.
So, oh man, loaded in the chamber. All right, good.
Wow,
Let me
okay.
just go ahead, go for it.
Okay. So I think it depends upon how you're currently being raised, whatever trauma that may or may not be in place. If I think if things are well balanced within your life, all right, cool, I get that. But if there's a child who has gone through a severe sense of trauma, um, I would be less inclined to give that child GTA at the age of 9, 10, 11. Heck, actually, even probably even as a teenager. Um, yeah, like yeah, if that child cannot differentiate between reality and video games, which some may not. Um, yeah, don't do it. Like you, mom, dad, auntie, uncle, grandma, grandpa, whoever.
Who got that Christmas gift?
Who
Who went to GameStop and was
Bump the
like,
cri-
I just have this list of games that my kid gave me.
and I just got it. Like, yeah. I mean, I've evolved a long way. I've come a far. I've come.
I wonder if this counts gamer rage.
Hmm?
I said, I wonder if this counts gamer rage.
Levels of gamer rage. Like, how do you express your gamer rage? If it's just like, oh, dang, okay, cool. If you're throwing controllers at the TV or punching the TV or not, there may be a problem.
Yeah,
There
But
might be
what
a
if you're
problem.
punching at the TV because you're playing a VR game?
that doesn't.
Sir,
Punching
that's
at, not
included.
punching.
Right.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
Completely different subject.
Okay. All right. Please
But
continue.
yeah, but increase aggression. Yeah, it's possible. Like some games might be therapeutic. Like
I'll say mine's normally release the
Mm,
aggression.
yeah, like I mean
Release.
me like I play COD now. I play COD.
Really?
Yeah, not as much. I've Division 2 more. But those games help to relieve stress. Like my homeboy got me. He went half on my PS4 because he knew how stressed out I was at work.
Mm.
So he went half on my PS4. So yeah,
I need friends like that.
dude, it was a blessing. Trust me.
I wish there were more academic studies on the act of playing games, let alone playing violent games, and how it may or may not affect a player that was taken seriously. Like there's tons of media coverage on what people speculate these games can do to someone's behavior, but and this is me learning this stuff from my master's program. Like the whole thing of what's trusted is academic papers, which I, thanks to It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, have now subscribed to the notion that if there is a person that believes in faith and then a person that does not believe in faith, they shouldn't look at everything for face value. It's a really cool episode, and I wish I could go deeper into it. I know I'm talking way above the conversation, but the whole thing is these are a whole bunch of smart people that we never meet that write about stuff that we have to take their word for the truth, and whether we believe it or not, because we're taking it all on faith. So I would like to see that there's more. Yes, I remember you. Okay, yeah. Well, okay, yeah.
Yes.
So I would love for there to be more white papers and more academic study and survey and proof per se that this stuff works for being more than just fodder for saying that someone plays a violent game that they're gonna have violent intentions. Like, sure, I may like to like wield a sword,
Well, I'm curious.
but it wasn't because of any games that I played. I just like swords.
Right. I'm curious from a different perspective. Kristen, you're not a gamer.
But I'm violent.
Yes, but
Has your increased violence
you're not a
come
gamer.
from Candy Crush?
But you basically grew up with somebody that is.
God. One?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, okay.
Now, have you ever seen your brother show aggressive like tendencies
No,
because
and
of a video game?
no, and I mean, I always wonder if he's the best example to use sometimes because of his autism, but he.
Well, I
Yeah.
think that would be a better example,
Right,
really,
'cause
because they
I
have to
don't know.
fixate on something to
but-
really pay attention.
That's why I'm saying I'm not 100% sure, because he, yeah, he. I'm trying to think if I've ever seen him get mad because of a game. No. No, if anything, I think it helps his social networking, like socializing,
Mhm.
because he can see how people interact in the games, and then if he's able to do stuff online, interact with people there. So I think it even helps his socialization.
Oh, so he plays. He does online gaming.
Yeah.
Dig it.
I don't know what he does online. I just know that he told me for Christmas I could get him one of the online gaming cards, and the lowest price one they had at Target was $100. So I said no to that, and
No,
he just got a Target card.
there's a cheaper one.
There is. It wasn't there. Like the wall was empty.
Yeah, you could just do it online.
Yeah, I think you can do it online.
Oh,
Well, she
what do I
wouldn't know.
know? What do I know? I gave people Amazon cards last year, and the email got to them before Christmas.
Well, for future reference, you can always feel free to say, "Hey, I have a question."
Hey, ILNL.
I didn't
Question
know that
time.
that was a question that I would need to have to ask.
Fair enough.
If it means something being cheaper, you should always ask.
True, but this is what happens when you buy the gift card on December 24th.
Oh, well, that
yeah,
that would
there
do
you
it.
go.
Yeah.
There
I was
you
waiting
go.
for my paycheck. Sorry.
All right. Well, I'll throw this question at you because you interact with kids. Actually, this would be for both of you, really. You interact with kids more than Chico or myself. There's definitely games that come up a lot in conversation for kids, like things that are like hot button games. We already know that one of the main ones is Fortnite,
and Minecraft.
Minecraft. I think Roblox.
Roblox.
Thank you, Roblox. So like with them bringing up these conversations about these games, they show that they have excitement about them.
Mhm.
Do you feel that excitement turns into an overly aggressive behavior, or it's just general excitement?
It's just general excitement. I just don't see my students, when they're talking about games, there's never any like sort of aggressive behavior behind it either. Like there's no bad attitude, there's no like negativity, unless somebody's just saying this system is better than this system or whatever, or like this version
Frickin'
isn't as good
console
as
wars.
Hmm?
Said those freaking console wars.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure that's probably a popular term.
It is.
But
Yeah.
but that's a great way to put it, is console wars. But yeah, that's more what I hear is just like competition over what game is better, what character might be better, what system is better. Like I said before, the main thing that I think with the kids is that it seems to help them get out their aggression. Like not cause it, but be I mean the article says it too, like be a coping mechanism, not being a, something that causes it, but more so being something that remedies it.
Chris?
So, there's a gentleman who I met a couple of years ago via my organization called Profound Gentlemen. It's an organization. It's an organization for Black male educators. He did a workshop, an online workshop. Yeah.
Okay.
And it was talking about how the benefits of video games. So when it comes to games like COD or Division and things of that nature, like it teaches you strategy skills and things of that nature. there's different things you can find, and you can look for there's a lot of positive things you can find inside of video games.
Yep.
So I'm still reading up on him, and I'm planning on reaching out to him again. To actually, my nonprofit is actually going to be geared on that. Pretty much showing kids, more specifically Black kids, how they can strive in different careers in the gaming field. So yeah, this is his studies. Like he did his dissertation on it. Like the guy's amazing. So yeah, you can do a lot. Like you can find there's a lot of positive things to be found in playing video games.
I'm curious, and this is for everybody. Like I know that for you, gaming isn't a big part, but you've played a good bit of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
Candy Crush is my life.
that's your
about
jam?
it. Yeah, it's my jam.
Oh, I'm
Yes.
surprised it's not Cookie
Crush the stress of your day.
Jam. Ugh, commercials. Oh my goodness. Okay.
It's free.
You need to shoot some stuff.
That too. I liked Fruit Ninja. It's got to cut stuff.
Okay. Well, you answered my question ahead of time.
Can
I was
you
going to ask,
imagine-
what's the violent game that you've played?
Can you imagine her playing Call of Duty Mobile?
No.
I would love
no,
to see
sorry
her
be
play.
loud.
I would love to see her play GoldenEye.
Oh, I
that'd be
played
great.
GoldenEye.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah.
have it.
Yeah, that I brought up on an episode before. Justin,
Right,
like
right,
just oh my god, he got so mad when I started playing that game because he wanted to be the only one on it. He didn't like anybody. He still don't like nobody touching his game, and he always criticized me for how I held the controller. And I'm like, I'm holding it the right way. Do you
This
remember
is when
that?
he was holding it upside down.
Yeah, Justin learned how to play video games by
He
turning the
plays like
controller
this.
upside down. So that's how he started doing.
Put that on camera. Keep talking.
That's how he
So,
learned
like,
how to
this is
play
the
video games. So that's how
normal
he
way.
did all of his systems going forward.
This is how Justin plays.
That's pretty
Yeah.
intelligent.
He doesn't do that anymore. But yeah, he did that from when he was like 3 until maybe end of elementary school.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right. So considering that the big thing is like violent video games, and that studies like this is showing, okay, well maybe we got it wrong. Was there a game that you can remember playing, especially if it was during the time when a lot of public figures were saying games were really bad? Is there a game that you can remember playing that people were like, this is a bad game, but you
Mortal
turned
Kombat.
out fine?
So easy.
Mortal Kombat.
That's one for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna let Chris say it because I'm sure he's probably gonna say what I'm gonna say.
Oh, no, I was grown at this time, but there's a game called Naughty Bear. Shout out to Teresa, she know about that.
Naughty Bear.
Naughty Bear.
Is this something I can't look up?
Yes, this is something you can look up.
Okay.
It's about a teddy bear.
Okay.
With a knife on an island with other bears.
Oh, this sounds fun.
And oh yeah, it is. It's amazing.
Okay.
Naughty Bear.
I've seen this before.
I've seen this too, and I always ignored it because it just looks like something that wouldn't
It
interest
feels
me.
like something that would bring up the wrong type of websites.
The name, yeah.
Yeah, the name. Because like the woman who's the head of professional development in my school district, she was doing a professional development, and she Googled her name, and when she Googled her name, some very inappropriate links popped up, and there were children
No.
present.
Oh.
Does she share a name with somebody famous in a
Adult.
yes?
I don't know.
Because I feel like that's the only way your name would pop up with that.
I mean, the name that it is sounds like
Oh,
it does kind of sound like that kind of name.
All right.
Poor thing.
I think we'll be safe and not.
Wait a minute, I've seen this.
Okay, so you're
I've
more.
seen that bear.
Yeah. I guess I'll have to try it because I don't know this.
Yeah, it's appropriate.
Okay, cool.
Is it?
So like, yeah, he goes around the he goes around the island,
Murking people.
murking different bears or whatever. He sets traps for them, so like bear traps.
This sounds.
Oh, this was on the 360.
Yes.
This sounds.
Okay,
a
I
lot
know this game.
cleaner than Conkers.
Conkers was so great. I love Conkers.
That
Okay.
was the most raunchiest video game I've ever played.
Like the video game version of Eon Flux.
It's crude humor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's an experience.
Yeah, it is.
It's fun.
I don't know how I feel about the way you just smiled when you said that.
I love. See,
Were
it
you
just brings
thinking-
back
It's an
memories for
experience.
me.
Did the great and mighty Pooh just pop into your head?
No, actually, it was the money, running around the screen. That, hey, money over here, and it's not even raunchy or anything. It's just I just see this pile of money just hopping around. It's just I love that game. That's just one of the best games that was ever made.
It was an experience.
It was an experience.
I just like the song the great and mighty Pooh sang, which we can't sing on the air.
I am the great mighty Pooh, and now I remember the lyrics.
Yeah, you
we
can't sing that on there.
Yeah, we can't go there. Okay.
We'll sing it for you later.
Yes.
You promise?
Promise.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, surprisingly for me, the game that jumped out for me is not even a bad game. Was WrestleFest, WWF WrestleFest, and the reason why is because it was during a time of the war on drugs, and our then First Lady Nancy Reagan, made sure that in the front of
Oh,
the
that's
games
right.
it
That's
had
when all
those
the
warnings.
video games had the
Don't
do
do
drugs
drugs.
warning on it.
Yeah, so that was
Was I
their
alive?
yes.
Yeah.
I was?
Mhm.
Yeah. So their way to try to get the message out about not doing drugs was to put it in the front of video games that we'd play, even though those games didn't have drugs or nudity or violence or extreme
It was a
violence or anything like that.
gateway drug to drugs.
Yeah, the only way you would have saw it is if we happened to go to the laundromat where the arcade was.
They
That's how
did
long
have
ago it
that.
was.
They did have it on the.
This
the
was before
arcade.
In Georgia?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, this was
you
before
start
y'all
the
had a
game.
Yeah,
system
it's
in
like
the house.
don't do drugs.
What
And it's
was
like
it on?
Yeah, the official seal and all
Every
that.
video
Okay.
game.
Yeah.
What
Like-
system?
No, not systems too, but every like arcade,
Arcade
machine
machine.
had it too.
Yeah. That was their way of
Big
infiltrating
blue
the big message.
background, and it said "Don't do drugs," and then the U.S.
I'ma
seal.
see if I
popped
can
Because they
up
had
find
it on
it
like
for you.
Street Fighter. I remember they had it on
Mhm.
Street Fighter. I'm just like, okay, don't do drugs. Okay, didn't
Okay,
plan
well,
on
don't have
doing
your
it.
coffee in the morning.
God.
Because guess what coffee is? A drug.
Shut your face. It's happy juice.
Those pills y'all are happy to pass through Congress, all your congressional bills and stuff.
I thought we had a conversation earlier today. Oh, okay.
Attention, hit the edit button.
I don't know. I like when things get spicy. I like spice. Talking about spice. Maybe it's the time
Oh.
to spice up your reading list.
Oh,
Ching.
Tim.
Ching.
Oh, Tim.
I think I nailed it. I felt it.
That was the driest dad joke I've ever encountered. How
It's a
about you, Chris?
transition. It's a transition.
I mean, it was, but some books can, yeah,
spice up your life.
yeah.
We won't go with your typical phrase. It was cute. It was cute.
Wow, come on.
No, that's not a bad thing.
All right,
Yeah.
fine.
Oh, no, that's a good
It-
thing.
Okay.
It was a good thing.
All right.
Be cute or put it on mute.
But it
I
was
keep
cute.
learning
No, it
stuff
was
every
cute,
day.
no.
Thank you. I still feel like it's sarcastic undertones, but I don't know.
No, that's
Okay.
fine.
All right.
Wait till you hear me go, ooh, then you know sarcastic.
Thank you for the assist.
You're welcome.
Like
All
he
right.
did when I said think about con.
Okay. So, in the spirit of doing things new in the year,
They're
maybe
not
you might want to
comic
pick up a book.
books.
So, we put up a list of 42 books that made 2020 a little less awful. So, if you didn't read any of them, I guess you have some reading you can do in 2021.
Yeah.
All right. So, I'm curious on this list because I didn't get a chance to see this. So,
It's safe to say there's no pictures in any of these, right?
then they're not good books.
I was gonna say if
These
you
are real
no,
books?
that's only like 15 books out of the list. Because I was gonna say I could tell you by the covers, but not all 42 covers are up there.
Okay. Well, I'll throw it to you real quick. Is there one in particular that struck your fancy that was like, yeah, it's a really good one?
There are two. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, sorry.
Wait a minute. Go back.
What?
I was reading the titles.
Hello, I want to
Oh.
die. Please fix me.
Yeah.
Alrighty then.
Titles have gotten.
Heavy.
Blunt.
Yeah. There you go. Back. You were good. You were so good. The two black girls.
Okay. Then let
Yes.
me match it on the screen.
It's
It's hard to do
I
two
forgot
of these
he
at
had
once.
two screens because I'm like, what is she talking about? It's not even, and yet the other one's sitting right beside me.
Yeah.
So
You just can't see it.
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
Yes, Dread Nation. I actually myself just started this series recently, and basically it's the author has taken post Civil War and pretty much changed the outcome. Chico, when I was listening to the book, because I have it on audiobook right now, check out from your local library, kids. You don't even need to pay for books anymore. But
Lies.
only if it's
Yeah.
late.
Checking out books. What's that, a library?
Well, she did say your local library
I
did.
did say local. Didn't I? Did I?
Yeah,
did I
you
not?
did.
Oh, okay. But the story basically is that after the Civil War happened, it wasn't an issue of like whether or not the North or the South won. It was the fact that zombies came out of the ground.
Okay, I'm
You see
intrigued.
why?
Go
you see why?
on.
That caught
That's
my
what
attention.
Continue. Tell us more.
Dime más. So basically, like what they do is they have Black and Latina children, or I'm sorry, not Black and Latina, but Black and Native children, although there is some overlap. And they basically send them almost to like a sniper school, which is like a scyther school, because all of the girls use scythes to fight
That
the
explains
zombies.
the cover. This is getting better and better.
Yeah, they're all teenagers. And so
Okay.
the opening of the book is the fight scene when the girls getting trained. And so it's specifically Black and Native girls that they're using to fight the zombies. And
Wait a
so
minute.
there's
Why is
Hold
it
up.
just?
Well,
is
you
there a reason it's just
bruh,
girls?
you-
well, there's
Well, I understand why it's
Hmm.
just them. I mean, given the time frame they put this in.
I don't want to spoil too much. But they're like the book in terms of themes explores gender expectations, gender roles. It also explores misogyny, colorism in addition to racism. Yeah, right.
That's a lot.
Yeah, because well, they even talk about how the zombies are different shades. So there's like, yeah. Look at these faces.
I'm
intrigued.
I'm
I'm
trying to really
very
like wrap my head
intrigued.
around this.
I'm
This is
intrigued.
interesting.
But it's
Am I the
it's
only
really
one sitting
good.
here thinking, how many shades of dead are there?
Look, we've seen The Walking Dead.
Right, but they're all pretty much.
I will say I'm
vary.
deep enough to where I don't know if that ties into things. I just know in the descriptions they are different shades. And it's a 2-part series right now. I think it's turning into a 3rd book as well, and they are optioning it for a movie. I read like they're in early talks to turn it into a movie.
This sounds like something that would be on HBO Max,
Or Amazon.
Like a
kind of like Lovecraft.
Lovecraft Country.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's what I
Either
was
that or
thinking.
Amazon.
Yeah, so I love this, and this is the book that I used as my Zoom background for December when I was teaching to my kids. I used these 2 books as my Zoom background, and a lot of them started reading it.
So I just heard you say you tricked your kids into reading a book.
That's my job.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
the
my
truth
job.
is out.
Silent
Why you think
praise.
why you think the
Silent
current book we're
praise.
reading is about Latinos who are shadow shapers, and they can get trapped in paintings.
Okay,
and murals.
I'm sorry. I
and
gotta
graffiti
take a
art.
step backwards. What's the age for these books?
Young adult.
Okay, all right.
So like 12.
Now this all
13
makes
plus.
sense to
Yeah,
me.
you
now.
got to remember, she has the teenagers and he has the little kids.
He has the
Yeah.
Yeah,
babies.
well,
the
I wasn't
babies.
figuring this was gonna be little kids' books, but I mean, I was trying to figure if this was young adult. And yeah,
Yeah.
okay,
Well,
that
it's
makes
set up
sense.
This
now.
one is young adult, and then I haven't read it, but Song of Achilles, what I have read, is
I think that was
really
the
good.
first book.
Yeah,
I think my kids, well, not my kids, but kids like elementary school, they've started with those books.
Which one?
Son of Achilles. No,
No.
no. Artemis.
Artemis Fowl.
Fowl. Artemis Fowl. Okay, there we go.
Like
Two totally different.
all the
Isn't
way.
that a
Okay.
movie on Disney?
I think there's one Artemis Fowl. Maybe TV show. I don't know. But
I
there's
feel like
something.
it's on Disney. I have to
Because
look
there's
for it.
because all I can just see the book covers so vividly. Because when I taught middle school, they just like lined my shelves. But yeah, no, I usually have young adult books, but Song of Achilles is basically Madeline Miller read. Is that the one where she retells the Trojan War? I want to say she gives a new spin or new perspective on the Trojan War. And she also did Circe, which was taking that character from, maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
Xena?
Eh,
Cersei?
mm.
Is that her name?
Circe. That's kind of a common
It-
Greek name.
From Greek mythology. I was going to say Circe.
Was that her name from Xena? The blonde?
Oh, I
Yes.
say I didn't
I believe so.
watch
Yeah.
Circe.
Are we talking Game of Thrones?
No.
See, I
Warrior
knew that was
Princess.
going
What?
That I just
Cersei.
No,
That's,
okay.
That's
No, I'm
Cersei.
talking about Cersei. I'm talking about
Xena.
Xena.
Xena,
It-
Princess
listen,
Warrior.
It's like when my
Warrior
mom got
princess.
mad at me because she was like, "What?" Because she was my Bluetooth. Her Bluetooth was connecting to my phone, and she was like, "Why is your phone's name Gomorrah?" And I was like, "It's not the same as Sodom and Gomorrah in the Bible, mother." Like she.
That's nice. That's cute.
So that's why I'm like, I know
Her
why
so
there's.
special and precious.
That's why I'm like, I get the Cersei confusion.
Okay, all right. So, any other books jumped out at you?
From not from the list, although that's supposed to be very good, Legendborn. But for me personally, the book that got me through 2020 is called The Daily Stoic.
Oh, I know that one.
Love that book.
Let me go ahead and show that to
It makes
everybody.
me a little less neurotic than I naturally am. A little.
Yeah.
It gives me
That's
the.
Ryan Holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daily Stoic. Is that about me?
Actually, I think
told
you would
you.
enjoy it.
You would. I've been calling myself Kristen Wayne.
Yeah.
I'm
So
Bruce's sister.
this one I could actually speak on because I've went through this a few times.
Look at you reading and stuff.
Legendborn.
Well, no. Daily Stoic.
Oh, Daily Stoic. Sorry, I keep forgetting your screen is different than my screen.
Yeah. So, like, if you're looking for just words of wisdom or just something to give you deep thought, that's what this is. And Ryan Holiday writes a lot of business centric stuff, but he moved away from like the marketing things and went into stuff like doing this, the Stoic book, and he also has a journal that follows this, and I
was
can't
gonna
think of
say
the name.
Are you talking about the supplementary journal?
I believe so, yeah.
It's
I wish I could remember the name of it.
it is it's unnecessary. You can get away with just the Daily Stoic.
Yeah. Daily Stoic Journal. Yeah. The other thing is the book The Obstacle in the Way, which is really good too. But yeah.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Stillness is the key. The Daily Stoic. The Daily Stoic Journal.
Yeah.
Ego
So he
is
has-
my enemy.
Go back. Obstacle. The obstacle is the way.
The Obstacle
I
is the
started
way.
that book. Yeah.
That sounds so familiar to me.
I think if you well, I'll try to see if I can show it to you real quick.
Probably in
But-
my suggestion history on
Yeah. But Ryan does.
Amazon.
Ryan's a good writer. He tends to stroke, no pun intended, stroke a lot of ego because he likes to write ego books, things about self.
Well, ego is the enemy.
Yeah. So
egos.
Does it
super
have
ego.
to be though?
Pun intended.
What is it? Tunisia, ego, super ego, and id. Okay. No, I was just making sure it's not super id. I was like, no, it's got to be super ego.
okay.
Never mind.
Winking, blinking, and
I was
nod.
gonna say that is very that's very psychology talk right there.
Okay.
That's why I was asking Tunisia.
So yeah, that's a really good one. The Daily Stoic.
Daily Stoic.
Definitely agree with that.
It's why I've been able to make small but monumental changes.
I can see that. So that means that you're making small incremental shifts. in your thinking?
Yes. There's another book, the one that you gave me, that kind of goes
Tiny
on
Leaps.
Yes.
Yep. Tiny Leaps, Big Changes. I believe that's what
think that's
this
what
book
it is.
is. Yeah.
It's nice orange with white typography.
Yeah,
I like
that's
that book.
Greg. Greg, shout out to Greg. Sorry, I can't think of your name right now, Greg, but 2G Greg. Yeah.
Oh, I'm like,
The author of the book.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
I will have to include it though. So any other books, recommendations, pure literature or otherwise for 2021?
Clap When You Land. I think that actually is on the list.
Clap
by
When You
Elizabeth
Land.
Acevedo.
I'll just look for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Clap When You Land.
Yeah.
name
If you just
sounds
type in
right.
clap, it'll probably show up.
All right. Found it. So
Mm.
why is this book a read?
It's a novel in verse. And so
A novel in verse?
yes, so kind of tying back to talking about Song of Achilles. So y'all know epic poetry. So like Gilgamesh, Beowulf. So like crap. What was Achilles in?
I
the war
love
of?
Crap. That's a great book.
It really is. Like centered rights around people is a great book.
And this is why I read comic books.
graphic novels.
Yes. Thank you.
Graphic novels.
Graphic novels. No, oh man. It's the Odyssey and the Iliad. Jeez.
Okay.
Those are epic poems. So like the poems that stretch on for like 400-500 pages. So a novel in verse, it's basically spoken word. What? Why are you making that face?
500-page poem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you not have to read any Homer?
Yes.
Yes, you didn't have to read any Homer.
Yes, I read it.
Oh, yeah. Like 400 or 500. Actually, I think my copy is unabridged and it's like 700 pages.
And here I'm trying to remember, did that rhyme?
Did it?
No.
Did I read Homer?
No. Not parts, yes, but no, not all of it.
I don't think I did.
We are not going to get into that. Or
I
the
think we all have
154
to
sonnets
read
by
it
Shakespeare.
at some point in time.
I didn't.
Huh?
Beowulf, Lord of the Flies.
I didn't read. I saw the movie Beowulf. I read and saw the
Ew.
movie for Lord of the Flies.
Ew, you saw Beowulf.
Well, yeah.
I am Beowulf! Oh my
I
God,
played the
hate
game.
that crap.
I just wanted to see the CG animation.
Oh my gosh! Now I really want you all to meet Andrew because we talk so much crap about that movie.
What system is Beowulf on? PS3?
360, so it would be PS3. Yeah.
Why do I feel like Justin has that game?
You might own it.
Look, that. No, I'm
Yeah.
trying to think when he
I
gave
was
me his
say,
PS.
was
I was
that
like-
on the list of, that you gave me?
Exactly. That's what I was like. Wait a minute. When I got my games from Justin, was that no? Because I would have remembered that. But yeah, so like think of it like an epic poem, but it's told through spoken word style poetry instead of like formal Greek poetry. So
Whose perspective?
that's what's great about Clap When You Land. It's about two girls who are fathered by the same man and don't know it until he dies. And so one side is told from one daughter's perspective and the other side is told from the other daughter's perspective. And it goes between the Dominican Republic and New York City.
Interesting.
Yeah.
As I'm looking at the cover, I can see the whole story come together. That's actually pretty cool.
Isn't that a great cover?
Yeah.
I love that cover. It actually, I think, won some kind of award for best cover design. But Elizabeth Acevedo, met her a few times.
I was just about to ask.
I'm
is
kind
that
of
the
obsessed.
one you're obsessed with, and that
I'm a
you've
fan
taken
girl.
pictures with.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. My students always think she's my sister because we have curly hair. I was like, one, no, she's not related to me. Two, I'm also not Dominican, so there's that.
So there's
too.
that.
Yeah, because
And the
they
whole
all
class goes.
because everybody, I told you, everybody thinks I'm Dominican. I'm just like, no. But she wrote what won, not the, oh, I keep wanting to say, she won the National Book Award for Young Adult Writer of the Year.
National Book Award winning and New
Yeah.
York Times bestselling author Elizabeth. Say the last name.
Acevedo.
Thank you. Yeah.
I'm jacking it up, but that's close enough.
Okay. Would have been this is a lot better than what I would have done.
Yeah.
I'm doing it in my head and I don't want to say it out loud.
She's a fellow Terp.
Oh, she's from Maryland.
Well, she's from New York, but she went
Why
to
do you
school.
say it like that? Why do you
Merle.
sound like that?
Because I was thinking of the
With your
Cleveland
wing?
show.
I'm not wing,
Huh.
your wand.
I was thinking
Merlin.
I was
Right.
thinking of the Cleveland show. Like anytime they say Maryland, it's like Maryland.
It's not that.
Never
But
noticed
it
that.
doesn't. I mean, we say Maryland, but
I
He's
say
purposely-
to I say to make
Maryland.
I say to make fun of it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
oh, I know.
He's doing
Yeah.
I
it.
know.
Yeah.
That's why I'm just like, sir, no, don't do that.
I like the Cleveland show.
You can't be from Florida and make fun of Maryland.
I'm from DC,
Yeah, he's from
born
DC.
and raised.
Raised?
Yes.
Born?
How dare you?
Born,
You lived
yes.
here, but wait a minute. Hold
Wait a
up.
minute, wait.
Wait a minute.
So, fun fact, he's from Southeast.
Right, I know.
No, I know he
Actually-
was born in D.C.
But I thought.
Northeast.
Wait.
Northeast.
Okay. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Look,
I was
Chris is
born.
on
I
the
was
same
born
page.
in Columbia Hospital for Women
Me too.
Okay.
before they blew it up.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
an on ramp now.
Yep,
Okay.
it's over there by the armory, right?
Georgetown.
Georgetown.
Columbia Hospital for Women?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's in Georgetown. Yeah.
I was
Okay.
thinking of something being blown. Oh, it was the prison that was blown
No.
up.
When did you go to Maryland? I mean, Maryland. Jeez. When did you go to Florida?
So now I gotta change camera. Let's see. 87.
Okay, you get a pass.
Oh, okay. So you were up here for a while.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was
You
born. in-
always talk
I was
about
born in
being from
78.
Florida.
You always
No,
claim
I
Florida.
I
You
talk
do
about how
claim
much I love
Florida.
being in Florida.
You
That doesn't
said
mean
love.
that I wasn't. That doesn't mean that I'm not a Washingtonian
When
or
I
a District
say
or Columbian,
when
whichever
I
way you want to say it.
Florida man, you have this look
That
of
part.
disgust.
Because I
As you
have
say.
peoples. I got peoples there.
I got people in North Carolina.
Right.
But there's not North Carolina man.
You're right.
Right.
It's Florida man.
Do you want to be associated
With Florida man? Not necessarily.
I would want to claim D.C. before Florida.
Do I wear Florida hats?
No, you do wear DC
You
hats
do wear D.C. hats.
All the time.
all
But that
the time.
could be an imposter syndrome
Oh.
side effect.
She just called you sus.
Sir.
I'm gonna move to our next thing because this is not about me. This is about the community, the people. This is not about me.
Is it a move to Florida?
It's about to be a move to Florida. Relocation. All right. Justice League. I'm just doing a hard transition. I'm not
Florida,
even.
you go
I'm not
fishing,
even
so
trying to.
Ray Fisher
Ha ha
would.
ha ha
I did
ha.
a Tim transition.
Smooth
You want to introduce this?
I
since you did-
don't.
Okay, fine. All right. So Ray Fisher, aka Cyborg, doesn't like what's going on in DC, and it's like I want nothing to do with you guys. And now there's this whole big riff.
DC
Between-
the comics, not DC the
Yes.
Thank you. You beat me to it because I was in my head
That's
going,
what we
should I
just
make that
talked
joke?
about.
Yeah.
Put your hat on.
Yes,
and you say
DC
it's
Films. DC Films. And it's apparent that this has been a bad breakup. So I'm going to toss it to you, Chico, first. So, big deal or no big deal?
I guess that depends on how you feel about the character himself and the type of job you felt he brought to the character. Me personally, not really a big. It's a big deal as far as what he claims he went through.
What did he go through?
A lot of abuse and racism from the director, apparently.
Here we go.
So, this is
I was kind of
a Star Wars situation? Is this a Star Wars situation?
What do you mean?
Dude who played Finn? I can't think of his name.
Oh, like, okay.
Oh,
No, it's kind of hard to explain, but
Sean.
there's
Boyega.
rumors that
Yes.
that the people of
No.
color just weren't treated right, and there were moves made to in the movie to actually lighten certain people. Yeah,
This is why I was hoping Chris already knew what the topic was. So
yeah. The girl they got to play. I can't remember her name for nothing.
And what?
I'm trying to think of. I don't know if I've ever. I know her. I can see her face clear as day. I can't tell you what other movie she's been in, but yeah, they claimed that all her scenes they had lightened her up.
somebody
Okay.
in Justice League.
She was playing it was a bit part in the scene that she played. She was playing Iris, Iris West. Flash rescued her, and they show her on the
Oh,
ground.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
When Batman was like, just save one.
No, it was like in just like a random cutscene before he became
Oh.
like the Flash.
The Flash,
They show him
okay.
doing that, and I noticed. So she's
Oh no.
Oh.
no.
I'm gonna move the camera to see
I'm trying
what.
to. I'm trying to describe.
Radiance.
Yeah, I'm trying to describe it. When you have a tan, that's how she looks.
Okay.
How she looks.
So it's like 2 shades darker than I would be.
Because I'm like,
Give or
can
take.
we think of a famous person
If
since
you-
people don't know what Tim looks like when he's tan?
How lighter than me is she?
How much caramel are we talking about?
Okay, Ghirardelli.
Okay, we'll say
Right back here.
We'll do it like
snickering.
this. We'll go from Tim's complexion now, and if you turn the brightest lights you can find onto Kristen right now.
I am an NC42. Tim is an NW45.
Hey, watch your mouth.
Did that make sense to you? Is that why your mouth is
And
open?
I live in 20020.
I mean, I know.
saying.
I know. No, I know she's. That's the foundation color.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Only reason why I know this is because like I have friends who are models, and yeah, they gotta.
Yeah, it's the Mac.
I'm cake number 5.
You said
You're
cake.
not a
number
C5.
five.
I'm sorry.
At any rate, you can look at her and tell, like, yeah, that's
Not your complexion.
no.
I have a question.
Is she? Did they make her look like Sarah?
I don't think that.
Like from me to Sarah, would it be that kind of lightning?
For reference, who's Sarah?
I don't know who Sarah is either.
Who's Sarah?
From Duke, right?
No,
Who's
Oh.
Sarah?
she went to West.
Oh, dang, that far back. Sorry, you guys.
That's okay.
Throwback
It's
Thursday.
not a Sarah that we know.
Who's Sarah?
Yeah, knows who Sarah is. It's your
That's
ex.
the question.
Who's Sarah? Sarah, are you okay?
Are you okay, Sarah?
Wow, that came out of left field. Anyway, but yeah, so the whole situation though seems weird.
Is it?
I have my question. I've
Jinx,
been
you owe me a soda.
I've been holding on to my question. I was first, so you owe me a Coke. I want Mexican Coke.
Oh,
I like that Coke.
Mexican Coke
What
is a
did we
different type of
just
Coke.
talk
Yeah.
about?
I now
with-
have a question.
The Mexican Coke is the truth.
Yeah,
is. Oh my
sugar,
gosh,
real
it's-
sugar,
It's so good.
Is that what it is? I
That's
thought it was
the
just the
difference.
glass.
Yeah.
real sugar.
I was gonna say it's both. I would think. I think it's both.
It is the bottling
I was
process,
gonna
but it's
say,
also real
isn't it ju-
sugar,
or rather, cane sugar.
cane
right?
sugar,
Cane sugar, yeah.
real sugar.
Which is why it's $4.
Yeah. So, I keep hearing the word lightning. Are we talking about color correction? Because in film,
That's my question.
you got to match the colors so then everything comes as close to the same color family as possible on film. The thing that kind of bothers me about this, and I don't know enough about it to have a full on opinion, is if this is something where they're like, I was lighter than my normal skin tone.
Well, that was just a thing they mentioned with her. I was adding it to the issues he was saying that was going on. That was just
Yeah, I'm adding to it too, because it comes back to this story. Like, was the complaint more about something that happens in film, or was it something that was proven that this was okay? Well, you offend us, we're going to fix you on film because of the offense, and that lends back to Ray, who I'm going to be really honest. I I don't know him from Adam. Never met him. And there is definitely a storied history of there being discrimination on sets. Um, I mean, just in my very small experience in film and television, um, I've seen very ugly people on sets, and it's not a good look. So I'm not going to say that he isn't experiencing what he's experiencing. Um, I wonder where do we find the substantive uh, part of the story that shows that okay, yeah, this is going on and everyone's there to back it up and all this other type of stuff. Because it's like I hope that it's not production stuff, and that if this is really happening, that he is shedding a light onto it, and that this is a beginning of the end of that.
But see,
That's my fear.
but see, here's the thing. A lot of times, it's hard to prove a lot of those things that you
I can
have
agree with that.
if the
Yeah.
people around you are pretty much saying, "I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't experienced that. Well, girl, like, guess what? You're not going to experience because you're
Yep.
not us.
Yep.
You're not us. You're not going to experience something like that. So my whole thing is this, like, sweetheart. And then the thing is, but you know what you see. You know if somebody says something slick out their mouth. If I say something slick out my mouth, granted, it might be something. It might be a shade against me and somebody that walks a similar background. But you know when shade is shade.
True.
Based off of tone, based off of how that person responds to it. Like, bro, let's not play the game. You know what I mean? So a lot of times you're gonna have those people like, well, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see it. Well, I don't know. Well, I didn't experience that. Come on now, dog. You know what I mean? So
You just went real DC on us.
You
Like,
noticed
did you
that
pick
too.
up that? I was like, wow. Like,
Like-
that was just all.
I'm sorry, I was waiting for Bama to come out.
I
But
don't really say that word like
okay.
that.
All right,
Mo.
But
Like the accent, like full on kick.
And you turned into my students when you were like, "Girla!" I'm like, oh my god.
it's just like, come on. Like, because it's like, I say this because of the things that I have experienced being
Okay.
in the field that I have been in for the last 13 years.
and you've also been in entertainment.
And I've been in entertainment.
Yeah.
So
I like how he switched up to the prim and proper.
They called me
Like
out.
the voice completely
classical.
changed.
It's time to straighten up. This is a point
yes,
I'm
I've
making.
been singing classically. I've been singing classical music since the age of 13.
Yes, I played Hamlet.
I've done in Porgy and
Okay,
Bess.
Mom Walker.
But yeah, so it's like, being in those spaces, you see, like you said, you see some ugly things. You see some ugly people. And when we say ugly people, we mean internally, like this behavior. And a lot of times you have people that will sit on it and play stupid. Now, the blessed part about it is if you have a contract, like if you're under SAG,
If you're SAG after
so if you
Yeah.
are covered,
AFTRA. I can never say it right.
American Film, Television, Radio.
Yeah,
After.
Associate?
AFTRA. Yeah.
so if you're covered and you have contracts and things of that nature, they're less likely to mess with you. Versus if you're just a super or you have a walk-on role or what have you, then people will sometimes try to come for you negatively, and it's you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that because you never know. That same person who you just walked on might be that same person that might be signing your check, or that might be holding your audition. You never know. Who knows who? You know what I'm saying? Like, we know a lot of people, and you would never know it. So just do right by people.
This makes me think of the Small Acts series on Amazon that I really, really
Yeah,
love.
I remember you telling us
Really
about
love.
that. Yeah.
And Boyega, right? his
John
last name?
Boyega.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, he's in.
one of the points that he made about doing these films, or at least the one that he was in, was he wanted to expose what happens because a lot of these types of stories don't really get out. And the reason for him picking a role like this was basically things that happened with like Black Lives Matter.
Is that the one about him being a Bobby?
Yes. And he knew that it could possibly be dangerous because he's a part of the Star Wars universe. But he's a person. And he wanted to make sure that that was known, that this behavior is out there in Hollywood, it's not accepted, and it won't be tolerated. That brings up all your points of what's acceptable, what's not acceptable, and who's going to take claim to it. I fear, though, in this particular situation, that because it's big franchise, and I'm going to be really honest and really technical on this, it's a DC movie. They're not as good as Marvel when it comes to production. Like, Marvel knows how to light people.
Okay, see that's what I wanted to.
Yeah.
And see, that's what I'm
I'm
saying.
like-
It's not like we're, and this is what I'm talking about.
And
It's
They did
not
a
like
whole
we're
movie where
in
they had to light people.
1950, 1960, 70. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
that and you
you
can-
have the technology. You have, hopefully, you have the skill set to do
And
something
you
like
can
that.
see the difference in the two directors'
Yeah.
lighting. Like that still right there is Snyder.
Interesting.
So,
DC?
so that's just my,
Do you
that's my
have
only.
it up on here?
Hmm?
Do you have it up on this one?
I'm sorry. There you go.
Okay.
Thank you for
Okay,
the
that
assist.
is that no, his wait. That's which version?
I believe that's the Snyder one.
Okay. What is the
Like, you see how it's like a lot more colorful and vibrant than what you
which
saw.
is interesting because Zack Snyder's filter that he shoots everything through. Yes, that was a little bit of shade. I feel like there should be a Snyder filter on Instagram. But it's his style. It's just the way he does it. That's surprising to me because he's not usually that vibrant. Like the colors are, I would say,
More
like,
muted.
yeah. So the fact that he's lit like that in the Snyder cut,
Exactly.
and there's difference between that and whatever we're gonna get in Whedon. Is that
No,
Yeah.
no, we're getting a Snyder cut.
Mm-mm.
The one that we got.
the
you're
one that we
asking?
got, the one that we saw was Wheaton.
okay? Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
There's the clarification.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, that's just concerning, especially because Joss Whedon, I loved him for the longest, and now I got question marks.
You're on the fence now.
Like, yeah, now I'm like, I feel like I gotta investigate you, bruh. Like, you brought me Buffy, but now it's like the R. Kelly thing. Like, is it the stuff where, like, by association, I can't like it anymore because
It's funny
it
that
came
you
from
mentioned
him?
that. I won't bring up why it's funny, but it's funny that you mentioned that. That's an off-camera conversation.
Okay, because I was gonna say, are you gonna bring up what's his name from Suicide Squad?
No, I'm not. No,
yeah, okay.
no,
Or excuse me, the Suicide Squad.
not that either. No. Nah, just a totally different thing.
Okay.
But putting a bow on this, because this is one of those things where it feels like there's like different things to this. That is not just the ill treatment, but it's also, well, what are the other things that are leading to feeling that,
Mm-hmm.
and how much of it is there, and how much of it is not. I would hope that DC as a company will work to try to resolve this, because I don't know about the rest of you, but I don't like when my characters change. And to be honest, I thought his performance was great.
Do you like when do you not like it when your characters change and you like the performance, or you just don't like a break in a character?
I just
at
don't like
all?
a break.
Okay.
I can accept there being a change.
Okay.
But I like continuity. But more importantly, I like for actors to be paid. I want them to get what they're due for their work. And if this is something that can be reconciled, I would hope that that can work out. But I also understand that, people are people and they deserve to be treated fairly with dignity, especially if they're in a role in an industry that, for the most part, marginalizes a certain group of actors and actresses. So I hope they can work it out. But if not, more power to Ray. And I'm almost certain that there'll be a place for him in Marvel.
That's what I was thinking.
Wow.
I mean,
Okay.
So I don't think he'll be out of the mix. But I would hope that they can.
Ooh, put
They
him
can
in
work.
Blade with Mahershala.
as who?
I don't know. I don't care. I would like that pairing.
I know who Tunisia would like him to replace. Tunisia would like him to replace dude who plays in the Avengers. Help me out.
Not Sam Wilson.
Yes. Tunisia's
Replace
not
Anthony
a fan.
Mackie? You don't like Anthony Mackie? Are we friends?
Falcon.
Falcon. In,
The one with the
in,
wings.
In
that flies?
Avengers. The black guy who flies in Avengers. He becomes the new.
See?
Are we still friends? I love Anthony Mackie. Oh no. I watched YouTube
Tunisia's
compilation
like hard
videos
pass.
of him. I like Anthony Mackie.
All right, so we're coming up on it. Let's go on ahead and
We're
wrap
gonna
the
have to talk
show.
about that off camera, Tunisia.
She's like, all right. I mean,
Like-
No, I'm
I
not
got
trying to get you
problems.
to change your mind. I want to hear your thinking process.
All right, so so we're gonna end off with our memes, and we're not gonna worry about doing stats because then I have to try to figure out how to make that happen. So we're just gonna do it. So as you can see, our lovely people, it's the Wet Bandits from Home Alone. And the caption says, going through 2020 was like going through Kevin's house on Christmas Eve.
jeez.
So,
Yeah.
All three movies.
Yeah.
I'm not stopping at the first one.
Except we didn't have the nice old man that lives across the way to help us out.
I'm trying to think.
Or is that
I-
Biden?
What?
This is it Biden.
Biden?
Asking if that was Biden. I don't know.
That was Biden
I don't know.
at the end of Endgame. That was Biden at the end of Endgame. Yeah.
At the end of Endgame.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm
Have
curious.
you not seen the meme of Chris Evans
Oh,
next
the
to
old
old
Rogers.
Old Rogers next to Biden?
Okay.
It's kind of freaky.
All right,
Yeah, it is.
I'm not gonna dispute
Next time.
that. It's
Maybe
very
next time.
close. It's very close. But I was thinking about all the traps inside of the Home Alone house for the Wet Bandits. So I guess I think they got it worse than some, but not worse than all. So I'm just having trouble with the meme.
I don't know. When you get a paint can swung from the top of your steps.
I was thinking about that. I was thinking about the hot
Like-
pan thing and the
I often wondered, how are they alive?
That's my question always.
they're cartoon characters.
Yes.
I was like, how
It was,
is
very,
anybody
it was
alive?
very much so. It was cartoonish.
Yeah. It was just like they're
Because
doing a whole bunch of wild
a
takes.
real person, actual person going through that.
Yeah, because the person
Like-
who was in the most pain or the most visible pain in the movie was Kevin when he put on the aftershave. That was the most visible pain that there
'Cause
was.
Literally, the first two traps they got into, they should have been out, like knocked out for the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Very wily coyote of them.
It was especially when they got electrocuted. When one old boy got electrocuted.
Exactly. Why are you not dead? Well, he could have been grounded, so you know.
No,
that's a nice way to give rationale to it. All right. Well,
I tried.
A for effort. All right. So, you're fine. 2021 starting off a little rocky over there, eh?
Hey, it's not as rocky as 2020.
Well, we're only a couple days in.
That's fine. That's fine.
You're starting over
I'm
to win.
I'm taking what I can get.
Fair
Yes.
enough.
Hashtag winning.
Start age log. Day 2. 2021.
The air was brisk outside.
Okay.
All right. So let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. So, going in reverse order for Kristen. See, there it is. That's the face right there. See?
Yeah, Tanisha really pulled that off.
Oh no.
For Chico.
I need to see this.
Y'all have a good year.
Chris.
Peace.
I'm sorry, Chris Cortez.
Yeah, we gotta talk about that.
And for myself, Tim, thank you guys for rocking with us. Subscribe, alert button, hit the links, tell your friends, share,
Comment.
comment, hit the like button, smash the like button,
Smash the like button. Go on our Facebook page. Join our
Facebook
community.
page, join the community, all of it.
Instagram.
Instagram, what else?
IG Live.
Thank you, IG.
Twitter?
Join the live streams.
Yeah, Twitter.
Play with
Oh
us.
yeah, come on live stream.
One of us. One of us.
Yes.
Get among us.
Get among us and play with us. Yes. We're doing all the stuff. All right. I think that's everything
Twitch.
that we were supposed to say. And yes, and join us on Twitch. God, we're everywhere now because it's all for you. All right. So with that, we're going to go ahead and sign this thing out. Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna write a list, and it's just gonna be. I'm gonna turn it into a JPEG or a ping, and we can make it the background.
Sounds good to me. All right. With that, guys, thank you for watching. As always,
This is ILNL.
I knew exactly what was happening. Y'all suck.